All right, another day here with Nicky Dare, Leadership 365 podcast here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining with us here with a topic that could be interesting, but might strike a little bit of controversial, but I think it's okay because we're all here to grow together, right? As humanity grows here with technology and everything else around the world. But guys, welcome back. If you've been following us, Leadership 365, thank you so very much. And this is a topic that will sort of, I know that it's very interesting, fascinate me all the way through, geoengineering. Yes, let me turn down this music in the background here so you all can hear me loud and clear. But this is a topic that's very close to my heart as well, with a lot of things that's interesting out there in the world. Geoengineering, innovative weather solutions with their global impact. Obviously, what we do here will impact around us. We're all part of the ecosystems here on Earth, right, in this planet. Exploring geoengineering as an alternative weather solutions. Now, I'm going to be very brief. Disclaimer, I'm not a scientist, nor I want to claim to be one. But it's just fascinating just to learn and study and do a lot of research on this very topic. Now it's becoming even clearer as we moving forward here in humanity on our planet Earth here that it could be, we have to really find a solution to, I know I have to use the word climate change here. The ever-changing with our planet that's been out here. What is it? We exist 4 point something billion years, right? Exist in the galaxy here. Hold on, let me just turn down the music here. But guys, thank you so much for joining me once again here. Leadership 365 with Nicky Dare. Here's a quote that I put together before I came in here is this, and I really like it, so I'm going to share it with you. All right, ready? In the field of geoengineering, our greatest tools are not just the technologies that we develop, but also the ethical guidelines we establish to govern them. Obviously, we have to execute and then we have to follow through, right? Innovation must always be paired with integrity. I really, truly love this. So, okay, I'm going to repeat it a little bit more here. In the field of geoengineering, our greatest tools are not just the technologies that we develop, but the ethical guidelines we establish to govern them. Innovation must always be paired with integrity. Yes, Nicky Dare. All right. So I found a couple video clips here with the greatest scientists out there that's already been studying diligently on this very topic, right? One of them is Harvard's David Keith, who explains the processes and the chemicals associated with solar geoengineering. I'm going to play that video as soon as I find it here. Okay, hang tight. Let's see if we can find it, Nikki. Yes, it's right in front of my face, actually. Of course. Good morning, guys. Nicky Dare here. Let me go ahead and find it here. Okay, guys.
I would just like to get a concrete picture of what it is we're talking about when we're talking about putting aerosols into the atmosphere. I did a radio interview and somebody's question to me was, is it going to smell? Is the sky going to look different? How will those things get there? And I thought, these are practical questions for the layperson.
There are many ways that it might be done, but if it was aerosols in the stratosphere, it would likely be put there by airplanes, a number of sort of 20 or 30 airplanes by mid-century operating from a few airfields. That's one way it could be done.
And they would go up every day and do this?
They'd be flying continuously, putting up aerosols. And the aerosols naturally spread evenly in the stratosphere. It's actually very hard, so you can't get them in one place to block weather. That's actually impossible if you wanted to. So the stratospheric things spread pretty evenly, and so you'd be bringing aerosols up there, and they'd be spreading over the stratosphere.
And what's the chemical being discussed?
So the best understood chemical is sulfates or sulfuric acid. So it's the same thing that is naturally in the stratosphere, both from volcanoes and natural emissions, but there's a bunch of other ideas.
There you have it. All right, so there you have it. The small video clip that we shared, and I think it's way back before pandemic. That was the interview. The video clip was back in 2019, to be exact. How he it was explained the process and chemical associated with solar geoengineering. Now, first of all, I believe this method, has been used for many years, if not for nearly a century, which killing almost everything, with the content of aluminum and titanium oxide. Ionization process, if I can get that clear out of my mouth here. But here's my 3 cents, I should say. Not opinion, because I believe it's just insight from my personal immediately that I'm thinking of. There's a lack of discussion of the potential impact of the increased atmospheric aerosols and its particulates on the existing natural ionization process in our planet Earth's atmosphere. This ionization process, which has served as a form of cleansing, correct, has been operating for millennia. As aerosols and particulates accumulate in the upper layer of our atmosphere, so our Earth's natural ionization mechanism, that is, it's responsible for purging all of these extra excess particles from the planet, will likely intensify. I mean, you can imagine, visualize this as I'm saying and trying to explain to you all. And then this could very well manifest as a rise in lightning activity. So we've seen lightning, perhaps it's because of that. Perhaps seeking input from the planet's creator would be nice, like, hey, what's up here? Although I think it appears unlikely given the apparent lack of humility. I don't want to say it too harsh, but is it something that we all moving forward to definitely need to look into. I'm not a scientist, nor I want to claim to be one. This is something that I'm just, putting everything together from all aspects, from all different angles, that hey, we need to really do diligence about this. What are some impacts? But here we go. We're going to dive into this throughout my podcast here this morning. So harnessing the climate through geoengineering offers a glimpse of hope against global warming, but it also poses a mirror to our responsibilities. It asks us not just to act, but also to act wisely and collectively. And I just put this quote together, you guys, and I put my head here together. It does have a lot of like call to action, obviously, right? Because we're all in this together. We all want to find sustainability solutions to all of the things, global issues that we're facing today. Moving forward, obviously, we want to harness the climate together collectively here. But I hope this quote that I had just put together here very quickly, harnessing the climate through geoengineering, offers a glimpse of hope against global warming, but it also poses a mirror to our responsibilities. It asks us not just to act, but also to act wisely and to act collectively. All right, guys, welcome back to Leadership 365. I'm your host, Nicky Dare. Good morning. So glad that you all can join me again here today, this morning. The goal of this episode is to empower you, all of you, my loyal listeners, wherever you are, listening from around the world, with the tools and insights needed to navigate leadership challenges with agility and foresight in an ever-changing world. Leadership 365, it is a podcast for you designed to inspire growth and impact for sustainability so you can create your best year of 365 days ever. Yes, I selected that rather nicely. 365, you won't miss all the other less than 365 days ever. So good to be here, you guys, in the presence of you and many of you around the world. Enjoy whatever you're having today, this morning. If you are listening here in Southern California, West Coast, where I am this morning, well, I was here this morning. Enjoy that latte. And then if you are listening from the other side of the world, enjoy that mimosa, whatever that you're enjoying with. Okay. All right, Nikki, tongue-tied a little bit here. Welcome to Leadership 365. Today, it is a special topic. Like I said earlier, is a topic that perhaps strike a little bit of controversial, but this is something that we need to grow out of where we are and looking into the future and keep building that vision that we have as humans here living collectively together in this planet Earth. So we explore into this intriguing world of geoengineering, specifically weather modification. That's what I am talking about. Weather modification. Can you believe that we humans can alter modify weather? This field once the realm of science fiction before we probably watch it on TVs or our favorite movie series, right? Is now really a pivotal scientific debate about its feasibility. But how are we going to do this? How are we really, the heck we're going to do this together, guys? And of course, I always try to rub on this ethical implication. There's always going to be the other side of the coin, right? Is it ethical? Join me this morning as we explore the complexities of geoengineering as an alternative, that's the word that I'm looking for, alternative approach to managing weather and climate issues as we all here in a global, lens, right? So understanding geoengineering. Geoengineering. I have been very passionate about this and fascinates me. As a matter of fact, I watched some documentaries recently. And then, of course, in the past years, been looking at some, listening and researching some of the scientists' findings, what they have done, what they think about this, right? Geoengineering, climate engineering, involves a large-scale intervention in the Earth's climate system aimed at this combating or overcoming and solving global warming and stabilizing the climate overall in our planet. So we focus on these techniques affecting weather patterns such as cloud seeding. Yes, cloud seeding. I mean, these are just like words that I just learned recently, right? Maybe some of you too. Solar radiation management. So I did just played a little video clip from Dr. David Keith. He's a climate scientist at Harvard University. Talking about geoengineering, about taking control of the weather systems of either enhance desired weather conditions or mitigate undesirable ones. He emphasizes this intervention range from the microscopic, like injecting particles, like literally shooting out to the sky, particles into the clouds to encourage rainfall, to the massive, such as reflecting sunlight away from the Earth to cool the planet. Basically, that's it right there. How do we cool the planet? Because it's so darn hot, right? It's becoming even hotter. So the ethical questions and risks involved are substantial, obviously, right? And we'll examine this further. I want to discuss this in another podcast segment, by the way, and then inviting some other experts to get on with this debate with me or this sort of discussion with me. Because I'm not a scientist, like I said, right? Nor claim to be one, but this is something that we all need to be concerned about and to look into some solutions collectively. So the potential of geoengineering, the potential benefits of geoengineering are vast, right? I mean, think about it. For drought-stricken regions, you know, we're aiming, our goal is to cool the planet. You know, how can we avoid this overheated regions of the farms and things like that, right? Technologies like cloud seeding can provide much needed rain, potentially saving the crops and supporting the ecosystems and providing water. Similarly, solar radiation management could theoretically cool the earth, offering temporary relief from the severe impacts of global warming. Some of this real world example and some resources that I'm going to share with you in a bit. Projects like the Marine Cloud Brightening Project and the Solar Radiation Management Governance Initiative are exploring these possibilities. And you guys can look it up, obviously, right? The former aims to increase cloud reflectivity over the oceans to cool areas underneath us, below. So these initiatives show promising results, but also face significant challenges and perhaps risks. While they can increase rainfall in targeted areas, the broader regional climate impacts are very unpredictable. Right? There has to be more studies into this, and just more feasibility studies, basically emphasizing the need for extensive research and careful application, not harming us humans and other parts of the ecosystems. I share all of the space here with us on the planet Earth. So the risk and ethical considerations are at large. The risk of geoengineering match is grand scale. Altering weather in one region can lead to unintended consequences in another, such as droughts or floods were non-existent before. Okay, so there is also a video clip, but I'm going to share you just the highlight of it. The ethical implication of controlling weather, deciding who receives rain and who doesn't receive rain, are truly profound, and one that requires global cooperation and governance. I mean, for me personally, a lot of you already know me by now, that I'm really, the ethical implication is very as equally important to, what needs to be done, basically, right? I mean, it has to be looked at. We can do one thing, but then what are the risks? What are the implication? What are the ethical implication? Is this ethical? And then also the risk and the safety of all. This discussion underscored the need for robust international legal frameworks to manage these technologies responsibly. No doubt about it. I want to say the right word for it. I'm thinking about no compromise. That's it. Without proper governance, geoengineering could exacerbate geopolitical tension or increase inequalities between nations, between the countries, because we're all sharing the same space, basically, right? Right, exactly. So when it comes to this kind of thing, it has to be looked at rather carefully. So my message on this, moving forward with caution. What does the future hold for geoengineering? While not a silver bullet, it could be part of a larger toolkit that includes emissions reductions, nature conservation, and climate adaptation. I'm going to repeat that again. While not a silver bullet, it could be part of a larger, much more grand, more larger in size toolkit, which will include emission reductions, nature conservation. I'm really into this, guys, and climate adaptation. So in the field of geoengineering, there are some very significant projects, experiments have been carried out. Many of you are listening to this. Thank you very much, by the way, all the way through here now at this point. But a lot of you who have been following this very discussion or topic, geoengineering, you know, there are some significant projects that are experiments that have been already carried out there, suggested to explore or potentially influence our planet's climate mechanisms. But here are some practical instances of further discussing possibilities and obstacles and challenges of this geoengineering. There are few, so I'm going to share you with some of this. The one that come to my research and findings here, stratospheric aerosol injection obviously is on the top of the list here. This proposed method involves injecting particles into the stratosphere to reflect the sunlight and cool the earth, and we already explained that at the beginning of this podcast. The real world example includes this SCOPEX led by Harvard University, right? Stratospheric controlled, let me say and pronounce this properly. I know I have different languages in my tongue here. Perturbation experiment. So that is SCO PEX, PEX, stratospheric controlled perturbation experiment. All right, so this project aims to explore the effects of aerosols on the atmosphere by simply releasing small amounts of non-toxic materials into the stratosphere. All right, so that's a lot of work there, Nikki. Okay, the second one I want to mention is the Marine Cloud Brightening Project. So Marine Cloud Brightening Project is an experiment primarily researched by scientists at the University of Washington. The project investigates the possibility of increasing the albedo, reflectivity of the clouds. So the clouds had that reflection, reflectivity, by spraying, right, you guessed it right, the seawater aerosols into the atmospheres above the ocean, which could potentially increase cloud reflectivity and reduce the temperatures beneath these clouds. Right? How cool is that? Right. All right. So the next one that I want to share is the iron fertilization. Iron fertilization. I know all of these words when it comes to science are very mouthful. This geoengineering technique involves the addition of iron to ocean waters. So to stimulate the phytoplankton growth, which absorbs carbon dioxide, the CO2, from the atmosphere. An example of this was the EIFEX. If you want to Google or Wikipedia this, and more than welcome to do so. Ocean Iron Fertilization Experiment, which was carried out by the European Iron Fertilization Experiment, EIFEX, which dispersed iron in the Southern Ocean to study its effects on phytoplankton. PHYTOPLANKTON. Right, very interesting, very interesting. I'm so fascinated by all of this. And this is all the future, guys. So any of you young scientists want to become scientists or already on some projects, experiments, I'm challenging you to, find solutions in this, right? All right, so the next one is afforestation and reforestation. While technically not geoengineering, so to speak, in the traditional sense, that is, of direct climate manipulation, large-scale tree planting initiatives was geared to capture this CO2, carbon dioxide, from the atmosphere. So there's a program out there called the BONN Challenge, BONN Challenge, and various national efforts to reforest areas or to create green belts are forms of biological geoengineering intended to alter climate patterns through increased forest cover. I have a lot of things to talk about on this area also. So afforestation and reforestation, not really a geoengineering technically, right? Directly in climate manipulation, that is, in traditional sense, but is a large-scale tree planting initiatives to basically grab this carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and putting it back here, basically, right? The Bond Challenge programs and other various national efforts to reforest areas, and then also creating these green belts are really truly the forms of biological geoengineering to alter climate patterns through increased forest cover. All of this example illustrates different approaches and scales of intervention, from localized or grassroots experiments to really broader initiatives, much larger initiatives that also reflect the diversity of techniques, considering that is under the umbrella of geoengineering, each with its own set of potential impacts, benefits, and also challenges and risks. These projects can provide very valuable insights into the complexities of implementing geoengineering solutions on a global scale. Right, I'm stretching all the way there, guys. All right, here's another quote that I want to share with you guys. Let's take a little 3 minutes, not 3 minutes, 3 seconds breather here. All right, music, please. All right, that was a pretty much a quick 3 seconds there. There is a quote I want to share with you guys. Yeah, another quote from Nicky Dare. Geoengineering is not just a scientific endeavor. It's a profound societal decision about our planet's future. So we must tread carefully. Yes, tread carefully, as each step we take is a blueprint for generation to come. I love it. Yes, I love it. Okay. Give me a thumbs up, or just leave me a feedback, you guys, if you just heard that quote, because I'm going to share that in all of my platform, obviously. All right. Geoengineering is not just a scientific endeavor. I mean, we'll all be held accountable for all of these things, right, in the future or for the future to come. As we start, we have to start it today. So it's a profound societal decision about our planet's future. We must tread carefully, as each step we take is really, truly a blueprint for generation to come. So we thank everybody for being part of this endeavor, or part of these challenges together. We can create a better sustainable future to come. All right, so the title, Geoengineering Uncovered Innovative Weather Solutions and Global Impact. We want to just, if you are still listening to my voice right now, thank you so much, you guys. I didn't think that you guys are going to stay on this long with me, but thank you so much. And do me a big favor. Leave me a feedback. Leave me some of your, just your insight, your thoughts so far, what you're listening so far, what you think about this topic. And if you are, interested and wish to listen or wanting to receive more different topics, let's say, let me know. Let me know in the comment below. Thank you so much. All right. So take another 3 seconds break here. Latte break. Music, please. All right. Thank you for joining us on Leadership 365, guys. It's been really wonderful. It's a great topic. I'm fascinated always. I'm a lifelong learner myself. I don't know about you guys, but this topic fascinates me. Anything to preserve our planet fascinates me. Thank you for joining us on Leadership 365. Let's keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible, and also ensure our actions contribute to a sustainable future. I do encourage you to continue this conversation, this discussion, by engaging with us online and also learning more about how you can contribute to all of these sustainable solutions, right? You don't have to be a scientist, you don't have to be the expert or anything like that, but you can start from now, from where you are today in your daily life. How can you contribute to sustainable solutions in your personal world, in your personal boundaries there, personal space, professional as well? And it takes small steps, and it comes from you. It starts with you, with us, each one of us here. All right, here are some bold questions and call to action takeaways. Of course, I always have to include this in all my podcasts, you guys. All right, you ready? The first one. What is our role? What is your role? What is my role? What is our role? How can each of us contribute to responsible environmental stewardship in the face of technologies like geoengineering? Great question, Nikki. I'd love to hear back from you guys. All right, so the second one, are you informed? Am I informed? Are you informed? Are we all informed? Stay educated on the latest developments in geoengineering. And yes, I do encourage you guys to participate in public discussions because your voice matters. Your insights matter. So the next question, can we demand better? Absolutely, absolutely. Hold policymakers accountable. Advocate for stringent regulations and transparent research practices in geoengineering. I really encourage you to do so. Can we demand better? The last, not the least, the last question, how do we balance innovation with caution? How do we balance innovation with caution? Well, my answer to that, support initiatives that seek to balance technological advancements with ethical standards and sustainability goals. All right, guys, that's very cool, Nikki. All right. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Leadership 365 with Nicky Dare. I know it's been a wild ride, right? I've been speaking some stuff about sustainability here, but they're all matter. I mean, they're all related to our daily lives, though that we don't think about it too much, but it does affect impacting our world and, as a whole, collectively. Stick around here for my final thoughts, my infamous final thoughts here. All right, let's just go through right in. Geoengineering presents both opportunities and, as we already know, yes, it is, and immense responsibilities. It requires accountabilities to each one of us, right? To all of us. We must approach this power to reshape our climate with the utmost care and global consensus. That is just no negotiation in that. All right, thank you for joining us on Leadership 365. Let's continue to keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible and ensure that our action contribute to sustainable future. I encourage you to continue this discussion, this conversation by engaging with us, with other advocates online and learning more about how you can contribute to sustainable solutions. Please don't forget, as a reminder, small PSA here, to my YouTube channel, subscribe. And if you do listen to in iHeartRadio or Spotify, subscribe to my channel and leave some comments. Your comments matter and your feedback. And you know this, your feedback is truly a gift for me. It really is, guys. It really is. That's how I can, improve for the next time, right? Subscribe to our free Leadership 365 newsletter where you can find useful, inspirational articles. And join our Leadership 365 community on LinkedIn. Yes, it is free. By the way, I think a lot of you already know this. I am on this platform called Medium. Follow me there and read some of the articles I have written there. Hopefully can be valuable for you. The link is medium.com @Miss Nicky Dare. Love to see you there also. All right, guys. So I already cover my takeaways. As always, I'll always include my takeaways in my podcast, and then also the questions. All right. Merci d'avoir écouté mon podcast aujourd'hui. I really appreciate you and glad that you can be together with us here for the last, at least, what is it, half an hour? Over a little bit half an hour. Gracias por escuchar mi podcast hoy. Sampai jumpa dan selalu selamat dan selalu sehat. Terima kasih telah mendengarkan dengan saya hari ini, dengan podcast saya hari ini. Hope you guys are doing well and staying well. What else is there? Jadikan hari ini menyenangkan. Make it a great day, you guys. Stay in condition yellow. Watch your 6, 9, 12, and 3. Always wear that condition yellow. Situational awareness, that is. Until next time, this is Nicky Dare signing off. Follow and connect with me on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Check out some of my published book on Amazon. Hope they all can bring some values for you and your team. God bless, guys. Make it a great day and then have a great rest of your week.